Hello everyone, Colin Cadet here for Woodwork Web. Last time we'd cut out all of these pieces and I did some work on them, and here's what the panels look like. And today we're going to be assembling and we're going to be making some lanterns. So to get started on what I'm going to do, I'm going to be epoxying, two-part epoxy, and gluing these corner pieces onto all of the panels. And I've got 4 lanterns to make. I'm not going to make you sit through all of the assembly, but I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. But if you enjoy woodworking and you like to watch woodworking and you like to learn new things, I invite you to subscribe to the channel because we've got lots of great videos coming. So epoxy glue just means 2 parts of glue. So this is the red component, and we just mix equal parts of that. And I'm going to be a little liberal with this because I'm going to use a fair bit of this glue today. And for those of you who are regular viewers of the channel, you're going to notice that I'm wearing a black band on my arm. I've developed golfer's elbow and I don't even golf. So we're just doing some work on that to try and get that cleared up. And now I just put some of this glue right down in the corner here. And you know what? We don't need to glue it sort of end to end. This is epoxy. It's pretty strong stuff. And I'm just going to do some dabs sort of along the way here. Well, there's all the lanterns all put together, all glued together. They're really nice and sturdy. I'm going to go now and do a little bit of sanding. Then I'm going to do some finishing. I'm going to paint these white because this is a plywood. And then I need to do a little bit of sanding on the top. We'll paint those white as well. And we'll be able to start finishing them up. There's all my painted lanterns, and I've even got the tops painted for them. I took a moment to cut a rabbet in that so that it would sit in there and it actually holds in there, and I've got a way of fastening this down. Now I have one little surprise here for you. You know, you get started in these things and sometimes you have to do a little bit of experimenting. So that's what these are all going to look like. So there's my kind of my prototype of this. I'm not going to show you doing all of these, but I'm going to show you how I did this. And if you want to do something like that yourself, of course, you can put any kind of a design in here. You can put stars or something like that. Would look fabulous. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I did, because this is just a very thin, very light plastic film in here, how I put those in there, and I'm also going to show you how I'm going to attach the tops. Then I'm just going to go ahead and do it on all of these. Here's one of my first prototypes, and what I do, I use this as a template to cut out this material, and I have this material in white and red, and then I can take that, and I'm just using some double-sided tape, nothing fancy, and some double-sided tape, and it's working really well. It holds this really well because this is kind of a vinyl material, and I put a little strip at the bottom and a little strip at the top. Now the next thing I had to work out was how am I going to fasten the tops on these. And what I decided, I'm just going to use these little L brackets, and I can attach those on there like that. And from underneath, because I have an extension on my screwdriver, I can easily put a screw in there from the top. So that's all I'm going to do with that. Okay, let me give you a little bit of an update. You can see that I've got the vinyl in on all of them. That didn't take long to do. The tops are fastened down and they're nice and secure. I have these lights and they're just LED lights that I picked up pretty inexpensively. They have 3 settings. They have a low, or actually a high, then low, and then there's even a blinking. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to insert these in here, and I have some little pieces of wood, some thin plywood, and I'm just going to epoxy these on the inside so that I can touch the light. I'll be able to put my fingers through and just touch the little switch. There's a little switch on the end there. Well, there's our lanterns all finished. I've even put a hanger on them, but I'm going to turn the lights out because it's a little bright in here, so let's have a look at them with all the lights out. Well, these lanterns look super cool, and it's still fairly bright in here, but we can still see the light shining through. They look just fabulous. I've still got one thing to do. I need to paint that little piece of wood that I put in there that holds the light on, and while that paint's drying, we're going to open a package from the nice folks at Canadian Tire. Happy 150 Canada. Oh, some lovely red and white lights. A little notice. Hey, got a new t-shirt to wear for the celebration. And looks like a Canadian flag. It is a Canadian flag. Well, now we just need to go and set these lights up as soon as this paint dries. And there's my newly created lanterns, and there's just enough of a breeze tonight that they look like red and white maple leaves just sort of floating in the breeze. And of course they're underneath the red and white lights. But today's a special day. Today, Canada is 150 years old. Happy birthday, Canada.